Space, an infinite abyss of wonders and nightmares. Beyond our solar system, among the billions of stars, exist planets so terrifying, so extreme, that they challenge everything we know about the universe. For centuries, humans have imagined alien worlds, from paradises filled with lush jungles to barren wastelands scorched by eternal fire. But reality is often far more horrifying than science fiction. Thanks to modern telescopes and space missions, astronomers have uncovered planets that defy logic, places where survival is not just impossible, it's unthinkable. Imagine a world hotter than most stars, where metals evaporate, and the air is filled with vaporized iron. Picture a place where it rains molten glass, with winds so fast they can shred anything to pieces. Or a planet that is so dark it absorbs nearly all light, appearing like a black hole floating through space. These are not scenes from a science fiction film. These planets are real. But how do such nightmares exist? What forces shape these extreme worlds? And could there be even worse planets waiting to be discovered? In this documentary, we will take you on a journey through the most horrifying planets ever found. A journey that will make you question just how terrifying the universe can be. For most of human history, the idea of planets beyond our solar system was purely speculation. Ancient civilizations gazed at the stars, believing them to be gods, spirits, or distant fires in the sky. But as our understanding of the cosmos evolved, so did our ability to search for other worlds. Keycap 1. The first theories of other worlds. The idea of exoplanets, planets orbiting other stars, dates back centuries. As early as the 16th century, Giordano Bruno suggested that countless other worlds must exist, some even harboring life. However, without technology to prove it, such ideas were dismissed as fantasy. It wasn't until the 20th century that astronomers truly began the scientific hunt for planets beyond our solar system. For years, they suspected that stars must have planets, just like our sun. But how could they detect them when these planets were too small, too dim, and too far away to be seen directly? Keycap 2. The breakthrough. The first exoplanet discovery, 1992 and 1995. Everything changed in 1992 when astronomers Alexander Woolsey and Dale Frail discovered the first known exoplanets, two rocky worlds orbiting a pulsar. These planets were unlike anything expected. Pulsars are the dead, rapidly spinning remnants of supernova explosions. Finding planets around one was as bizarre as finding life in a nuclear wasteland. Then, in 1995, a more significant breakthrough occurred. 51 Pegasi b was discovered, the first confirmed exoplanet orbiting a sun-like star. This planet, however, was a hot Jupiter, a gas giant closer to its star than Mercury is to the Sun. Its discovery shattered traditional models of planetary formation. With this discovery, the floodgates opened. Soon, hundreds then thousands of exoplanets were found. Some were potentially habitable, but others were beyond our worst nightmares. Keycap 3. How we detect these terrifying planets. Astronomers use several methods to find and study exoplanets. Each technique has helped uncover worlds that seem more like cosmic horror stories than places to explore. New Moon. The transit method detects planets by measuring tiny dips in a star's brightness as a planet passes in front of it. This method has revealed many hellish worlds, including KLT 9b, the hottest known planet. Glowing Star. The radial velocity method observes the gravitational wobble a planet causes on its star. It was used to find 51 Pegasi b, a world so extreme it defied scientific expectations. Telescope direct imaging captures actual pictures of distant planets, allowing us to see bizarre and eerie places like Trace 2b, the darkest planet in the known universe. Scene. A modern telescope scanning the skies, transitioning into an artist's rendering of an extreme exoplanet. Keycap 4. The rise of the space telescopes, discovering the universe's nightmares. With the launch of telescopes like Kepler, TESS, and James Webb, the number of discovered exoplanets has skyrocketed. These missions have helped us find planets that rain molten glass, Planets that are darker than charcoal. Planets being slowly devoured by their own stars. These worlds challenge everything we know about planetary science. If the universe can create planets this extreme, what other horrors might be lurking in the darkness of space? The universe is full of planets, some like Earth, others so extreme they defy logic. These are the worlds that nightmares are made of. Planets where survival is impossible, landscapes that burn, freeze, or tear apart anything that dares to exist. Today, we explore the most terrifying exoplanets ever discovered. Keycap 1KLT 9b, the hottest hell in the universe fire. Distance from Earth, 670 light-years. Surface temperature, 300 degrees C, hotter than some stars. Orbital period, 1.5 days. It orbits its star in just over a day. This ultra-hot Jupiter is a world of fire and destruction. With temperatures that melt iron and vaporize molecules, it is the hottest known exoplanet. The heat is so extreme that its atmosphere is being stripped away into space, leaving behind a trail of burning gas. If you were to visit this planet, you wouldn't even have time to melt. You'd be instantly vaporized. Keycap 2 HD 189733b, raining molten glass. Distance from Earth, 63 light-years. Surface temperature, 1000 degrees C. Wind speeds, over 8,700 kilometers per hour, faster than a bullet. This planet may look like a beautiful blue marble, but its atmosphere is a swirling death trap. The deep blue color comes from silicate particles in the air, which means one horrifying thing: it rains molten glass. The winds on this planet move at 7 times the speed of sound, meaning the glass shards don't just fall, they fly horizontally at bullet speed. If you stood on this planet, you'd be shredded to pieces in seconds. Keycap 3 WASP 12b, the planet being consumed by its star-sun hole. Distance from Earth, 1,400 light-years. Surface temperature, 200 degrees C. Orbital period, just 26 hours. This doomed planet is being slowly devoured by its own star. WASP 12b is so close to its sun that its gravity is pulling it apart, stripping away its atmosphere and turning it into a fiery trail of destruction. In about 10 million years, this planet will be completely gone, swallowed by the very star that once gave it light. Imagine living on a world where your sky is constantly burning, and you can feel your planet being pulled apart piece by piece. Keycap 4 Trace 2b, the darkest planet in the universe, black circle new moon. Distance from Earth, 750 light-years. Surface temperature, 980 degrees C. Light reflection, less than 1%, darker than charcoal. This planet is so dark it absorbs 99% of all light, meaning it is almost invisible in space. Scientists have no idea why it's so dark. It reflects less light than black acrylic paint. If you were floating near this planet, you wouldn't even see it. You would just feel the heat radiating from the darkness. Keycap 5 PSR B1257 plus 12b, the planet in a dead star's graveyard, radioactive. Distance from Earth, 2,300 light-years. Parent star, a pulsar, the corpse of a supernova explosion. Radiation levels, extreme. This planet orbits one of the deadliest objects in the universe, a pulsar. A pulsar is a collapsed star that sends out deadly beams of radiation at near-light speeds. This planet is caught in a constant barrage of high-energy waves, making it the most radioactive place imaginable. Standing here would be worse than standing in the core of a nuclear reactor during a meltdown. Keycap 6 Gliese 581c, the nightmare of eternal day and night, globe showing Europe, Africa, sun. Distance from Earth, 20 light-years. Tidal lock. One side is always facing its star, the other is in perpetual night. At first, scientists thought Gliese 581c could be habitable. But in reality, it's a nightmarish world. One side is a scorching inferno. The other is frozen solid. The twilight zone is an endless storm of hurricane-force winds. A human standing in the wrong place would either burn, freeze, or be swept away in violent storms. The universe is not just beautiful, it is terrifying. From planets being torn apart by their stars to those drowning in glass storms, these worlds prove that space is full of unimaginable horrors. But these are just the planets we've discovered so far. What else is out there, lurking in the depths of the cosmos? As we continue to scan the universe, new and terrifying planets are discovered every year. With every exoplanet we find, we push the boundaries of what we thought was possible. But how far can we go? And what challenges stand in the way of uncovering even more nightmarish worlds? KeyCap won the role of advanced telescopes in finding exoplanet nightmares. With every new telescope we send into space, our ability to find stranger and more extreme planets improves. Telescope the James Webb Space Telescope, JWST, a game changer. JWST has begun analyzing the atmospheres of distant exoplanets, giving us a glimpse into their chemical compositions. It has the power to detect potential signs of habitability or inhospitable conditions beyond belief. Scientists have already used it to study WASP-39b, detecting carbon dioxide in its toxic atmosphere. Satellite the Nancy Grace Roman Space Telescope, 2027 launch, designed to scan millions of stars for exoplanets, increasing our discovery rate exponentially, may uncover more terrifying worlds hidden in the darkness of space. Milky Way the future, direct imaging of exoplanets. Current techniques allow us to detect planets, but actually seeing them is extremely difficult. The next generation of telescopes, like LUVOIR and HabEx, will be able to take real pictures of these extreme planets, allowing us to witness their horrors firsthand. Soon, we may no longer have to imagine these hellish worlds. We will be able to see them with our own eyes. KeyCap 2, the biggest challenges in exoplanet discovery. As exciting as this field is, scientists face significant challenges when searching for new planets. Rocket distance, the cosmic barrier. Most of the exoplanets we discover are hundreds or thousands of light years away. Even with our most advanced technology, we can only observe them indirectly. If there is a truly terrifying world out there, one unlike anything we've ever seen, we might never know about it because it's simply too far away. Microscope atmospheric analysis. How do we know what's really there? We cannot physically visit these exoplanets, so we rely on light signatures to determine their compositions. The technology is improving, but detecting complex atmospheres remains extremely difficult. Some planets may have conditions even worse than we predict, but without better instruments, we may never know for sure. What if we haven't found the worst planets yet? There may be worlds with conditions beyond anything we can currently imagine. What if there's a planet with an atmosphere so toxic it dissolves anything that enters? What if there's a rogue planet drifting through space, colder than absolute zero? The scariest exoplanets might still be out there, hidden in the void, waiting to be found. KeyCap 3, the future of exoplanet science. What's next? We are just beginning to uncover the darkest secrets of the universe. But what will the next decade bring? Scientists predict that in the next 20 years, we will discover tens of thousands more exoplanets. Future telescopes could identify planets with volcanoes, lightning storms, and extreme radiation belts. AI and machine learning will help analyze exoplanet atmospheres faster than ever before, revealing new horrors in distant solar systems. The deeper we look into space, the more we realize how truly terrifying the universe can be. And yet, we have barely scratched the surface. The universe is not just beautiful, it is terrifying. For centuries, we believed that planets were gentle, habitable worlds, much like our own. But as our telescopes scan deeper into the cosmos, we are discovering that the reality is far more extreme. These hellish worlds challenge our understanding of physics, planetary science, and even the possibilities of life itself. Could there be organisms capable of surviving on such extreme planets? Could there be places even worse than the ones we've already found? Planets with gravity so strong that light itself struggles to escape, or rogue worlds colder than anything we can imagine. The discoveries of these terrifying planets remind us just how unique and fragile our home truly is. Earth is a cosmic miracle. Our perfect balance of warmth, atmosphere, and life-sustaining conditions is an anomaly in a universe filled with chaos. But as we continue our search, one question remains unanswered. If planets like these exist, what else is out there? The universe is vast, full of wonders and full of nightmares. And as long as we keep searching, we will continue to uncover the most terrifying secrets hidden in the cosmos.